Okay, so we're going to the online demonstration for the Matchroom Contacts System. You will go on to contacts.matchroomcms.com. That will pop up with a login. I'm actually already logged in on this one, but you will have been emailed your login to the system. You're now logged into your home page. From here you can see all of your last used contacts, most used, and you can also add contacts to my contacts. For most of the time, most of you guys are going to be using the email builder, because the actual contacts themselves will hopefully look after themselves, because they can unsubscribe and subscribe to their own contact lists. But if somebody does call up and they want to either be removed from the database, or they want to change their email address, which is usually a classic, because if they've changed their email address they invariably can't then access their old email address, so you need to go in and find their details and update them. You can just click on them, go to the edit contact, and you can edit their details from there. You can also edit their subscriptions to different lists and things like that. But for the basics of it, most of the time you guys won't need to be using that a great deal. So if I go into the email builder, which is the main thing you guys are going to be using, and create a new email, we've got two templates, default and PDC. So if you're doing a PDC one, I'll probably actually default that drop down to your login if it's mostly PDC you're sending out. You've got two types of email, basic and news. News just lets you build things up in different articles, and it can then do sort of hash links in the emails and make it look a little bit better. But I imagine most of the time you guys are just going to be sending out a basic email. So you can then create some tests. So I'm just going to do an example email for about tickets for PDC events, which is just a random something that's on the PDC site at the moment, just as an example. So we're then going to put some text in here. So if you make sure that the text is sort of roughly formatted in here, so if any line breaks are there and things like that. If you do want to add in any links, if you just get the location of the link and highlight the text that you want to do, so where we've got a click here somewhere, yeah, you want to make that a link, you can just make it a link using that tool. And then we can pop in there and change that to the link we want. That's it, it's fairly easy to do. So if you make sure it looks half decent in that, you can always come back and edit this later. That's the advantage of this system. So if you can have a good play with it before you send it. So I'm just going to go and grab a, so I'll let you guys see that, grab an image for the event logo. So in this example I think it's the prize fighter logo, but it's just to give you an idea of what it could look like. It's a good idea to put in some alternative text, so it's prize fighter in this example. I mean, obviously you don't have to do that if you want, and then you can also put a link out to the main event website. You can upload as many images as you want. So in this example, we've just got an image from prize fighter again. It's just you can upload as many images as you want, and just it just adds them to the side of the image. The jump link is like the link for that event, so this would just be prize fighter. A link could go to, well, I've got a mixture of PDC, but we'll make it actually just make it go to the PDC. And then any sponsor images you need to upload, so if you've got more than one sponsor you can upload more than one. Again, alt text, and you probably want a link for that as well, and you can upload as many of those as you want. And then obviously if you need to attach anything, you can just browse for that and attach it as well if you want. So if I want to attach an image to it, which you may want to do, you can then do that from there. So if I hit submit on that, this may not make a great deal of sense in this part of it, so that's just uploaded the attachment to just letting you know that it's done that. So when you actually go and look at the email, you can preview it in here. So what you now see is, obviously it's been branded with the PDC template, and now you can see all of that information that you've entered is on there. So that's the event logo, those are the event images, that's the jump link, that's the sponsor logos. That link gets added in automatically, but it's just part of the template. And then this is the information that we've entered, including the link which works. So you can see what we've done is it means that you end up with a nicely formatted email that's going to get sent out to people. We can also have a look at the plain text version, and you can see that's just formatted sort of fairly simply but fairly nicely. I must talk about the Matchroom disclaimer with you guys in a little bit. So you've now built the email, you now want to send it out to the list. So all you do is you come into, so say you were back here, you come into the email system, you now want to send it, so you just go to the send email button. So you can again look at the preview, and it's probably a good idea if you do this before you send it, just to double check it's okay. So just have a good look at the preview, check that's all alright, and check that the plain text one looks okay, which it should do. If there's any funny tags or anything's gone a little bit funny in it, just do let me know and I can take a look. So you can then, from the drop down, I won't do this because it will actually send out the email, you would select the GSOD list and then hit submit. That won't actually send it. I'll go to the Chris only one just so I can show you what that does. If you hit submit on here, so you get 2 chances to double check it, so I would probably double check it again, and then you then hit send. Now what that does is that loops through. At that time it's only sent 3 emails, but it would actually loop through and send them in batches of 20 emails at a time. So if I now go into my email program, and I will drag that over there so you guys can see it, that is my email. It's just the email has just been sent out. So you can see it's nicely formatted in the email program. It's centered, so if some people will be looking at it as a side panel like that, some people will be looking at it like that, but you can see it still looks nice. You've got all the images there, and then you've got the one attachment come through as well. So that's the basics of sending an email. So that'll probably be what you guys will be doing on a daily basis. There's far more to the system than just that, but yeah, that'll get you through the basics to start off with.